Welcome back children. So children, today in this video again we will continue with our chapter 2, that is components of food. So here again we will do a revisions of exercise F and G. So here first we will discuss on exercise F, that is answer the following questions in brief. Number 1, define fats. Write one functions of fats in the body. Name two food items that are rich in fats. So what is fats? Define fats. Fats are essential nutrients found in food that provide energy to our body. And also we have to write one functions of fats. That is, it helps in proper development and functionings of the brain and nervous system. And now we will write two food items that are rich in fats. That is, butter and ghee are two food items that are rich in fats. Now, number 2, how will you test for proteins in a given food sample? So here a food sample is given. We have to test for the protein. Let's see. Our aim is to test the presence of proteins in the given food samples, and material required are food sample, that is cooked dal, copper sulfate solution, caustic soda solutions, droppers, test tubes and test tube stand. And here principle involved is when caustic soda and copper sulfate solutions are added to protein, the color changes to violet. And now what will be the procedure? First, take a teaspoon of the given food sample or cooked dal in a test tube and add 5 ml of water to it. Second step, using a dropper, add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution to the test tube. Third step, using another dropper and about 10 drops of caustic soda solutions to the test tube. Step 4, shake the test tube and leave it undisturbed in the test tube stand for about 5 minutes. And now let's see the observations or conclusion. If the color of the solutions in the test tube changes to violet, the food sample contains protein. Now number 3, define two groups of mineral with an example from each group. So the two group of minerals are major minerals and trace minerals. Now let's see what are those. Number 1, major minerals. These minerals are required in large quantities by the body. For example, calcium, magnesium, potassium and sodium. Number 2, trace minerals. These minerals are required in lesser quantities by the body. For example, iron, zinc, copper and iodine. Number 4, write three functions of water in the body. The three functions of water in the body are: it is required for all the body functions and to maintain the body temperature. Number 2, it is a major component of blood and aids in digestion. Number 3, it helps to remove toxins from the body through sweats and urine. Now number 5, what causes beriberi? How can it be prevented? Beriberi is caused due to the lack of vitamin B1 thiamine in our body. It can be prevented by eating. Let's continue. So first you see here food rich in vitamin B1 thiamine. This one is the continuations of exercise F5. Now we will do exercise G. Number 1, that is, why are carbohydrates a major part of staple diet of people all over the world? Explain the two categories of carbohydrates. Answer is, carbohydrates are the major part of the staple diet of people all over the world because it is the main source of energy. It provides us to do various activities. The two categories of carbohydrates are simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates. First we will see on simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are also called sugar. Glucose is an example of sugar. Simple sugar are easily absorbed by the blood and provide energy to our body immediately. Example, table sugar, milk and honey. Second one, that is complex carbohydrate. Starch is a complex carbohydrate. Complex carbohydrates are first broken down into simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are then absorbed by the blood to provide energy to the body. Thus, starch give energy much slower than sugar. Example, wheat, rice, meat and potatoes. Next, number 2. How are the following useful to our body? Now we'll see calcium, vitamin D and vitamin K, how they are useful to our body. First we will see on calcium. Calcium is useful for us in the following ways. It maintains healthy bones and teeth. It prevents cell damage. It supports immunity. D, that is vitamin D. Vitamin D is useful to our body in the following ways. It maintains strong bones and teeth, aids in calcium absorption. C, vitamin K is useful to our body in the following ways. It helps to build strong bones. It also helps in blood clotting problems. Now, number 3, write a short note on the importance of roughage in our diet. Importance of roughage in our diet. Roughage helps in bowel movement, that is, in removal of the undigested food from the body, thereby preventing constipations. It also helps in maintaining our weight. It reduces risks of heart diseases. Here we will discuss on number 4 and 5. First we will see 4. What are deficiency diseases? Give the names of disease caused due to the deficiency of carbohydrates and proteins. The diseases caused due to the deficiency of one or more nutrients in the diet over a long time are called deficiency diseases. Diseases caused due to the deficiency of carbohydrates and protein is marasmus. And now the last one, number 5. Describe the different cooking practices that help in retain the nutrient present in food. The different cooking practices that helps to retain the nutrients present in food are: number 1, vegetables should be washed before cutting or peeling. Washing after cutting will lead to loss of some water soluble vitamins. Number 2, rice and pulses should not be washed repeatedly as it removes nutrients. 3, overcooking, overboiling and deep frying should be avoided as these practices destroy nutrients present in food. Number 4. We should not use excess water while cooking and then throwing it away. It results in loss of many important nutrients. And now the last one, number 5. Meat, fish, poultry, seafood and eggs must be cooked properly to avoid food poisoning by bacteria present on raw meats. So here we will stop. We will meet in the next video.